a weather briefing for today's severe weather outlook for northeastern Colorado. I think there is a chance for severe weather. It all just depends on where things set up today. There is a trough coming through from Wyoming this afternoon. Should be coming through here in a little while. That's going to trigger off some storms. Basically, it's the models are all over the place. They don't know where the storms are going to fire, and so they're very inconsistent today. So a lot of people are kind of just visually going the best we can today, and we'll have to play models hour by hour today as we go through storm by storm and kind of settle them through so we know what's happening. So just want to give you a quick update on that one. We'll go through that. We'll look at some of the models there. First, a big shout out to our sponsors that are out there. Don't forget Pro Roofing America, 970-467-176. We've got Peaceful Coexistence, LTD.com. They did a class today out there. They have the July calendar up there. Also, 970-324-7561 is Powerhouse Roofing. Give them a call. They are the power that restores. Cooper Construction, Colby Morrow, 970-980-4803. Colby Morrow, 970-980-4803. And finally, we have Rempro, Brandon Geist, 970-768-4206. Brandon Geist, 970-768-4206. Let's do it. Let's get going. Let's dive into today's weather for us. All right. So good morning to everybody. Hope you're having a great day. So this is last night's Weather Prediction Center. I had pulled up a few of the models last night and just was kind of pre-planning for today. As you can see, there's our severe weather outlook for today for northeastern Colorado. Severe storms are possible for the northeastern portion of the plains today, including the metro area, as that low pressure system is over by Kansas, but there's going to be a trough that's going to come through as well and get that thing going. So we'll look at that. And then you can see here, this is day 2, some slight chances of weather, and then day 3, same thing. I think it's going to be that way. The reason I wanted to pull this up is because what's coming up this week is 4th of July, and a lot of people are wanting to know what is going to happen for the 4th of July week. So let's take a look at it, okay? So let's move it through here. And you can see, let me back up there. I went a little too far. Yeah, this is July 1st. This is the next 3 days. So you can see this. Okay, now I'm with it. Couldn't remember what I had set up on this one. Storms coming through for the next 3 days. This is June 29th, today, 30th, and then July 1st. You can see that's kind of how it's going to look. I know with the 4th of July weekend coming up, a lot of people are wondering what is going to happen for us next week. So let's take a look. You can see tomorrow, which is June 30th, July 1st. Here we go. July 2nd looks okay. I think though July 3rd, 4th, and I even think starting on the 4th, you could see some monsoonal moisture coming through. So we'll see. I think there is going to be a chance of some pretty good rainfall for northeastern Colorado for the 4th of July. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's still early out, or it's still quite a ways out. I just want to kind of give everybody a heads up, just so you can pre-plan for it a little bit. This is July 4th through the 8th, as you can see for the latest 6 to 10 day outlook. You can see precipitation is pretty high for northeastern Colorado. Temperatures are going to be a little bit moderate too for us for the next 6 to 10 days. So I think that's something definitely to look forward to, or look for in the next few days, especially with the 4th of July weekend coming up. I shouldn't say weekend. I guess it is on a Friday. Is it Friday? I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at dates. But yes, that's definitely coming up through. So oops, and I typed in SPC and it gave me a whole different model. So let's try that again. Let's give you the Storm Prediction Center. You can see today the convection outlook. We're in the yellow today. We're in the slight for northeastern Colorado. Tornadoes aren't a threat, but I do think wind, but hail is definitely the bigger threat for us here today. You can see Morgan, Washco, Weld, and places like that are a possibility for severe weather today. So we'll see as today flows out. And I think a lot of wind for sure, 50 to 60 mile an hour wind gusts today on the storms are definitely possible. So that is for today. Let's look at tomorrow's outlook. It's still slight for some portions of northeast Colorado. And then day 3, same thing. We go out through days 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Nothing out there that looks significantly severe at this point for most of the country. But again, those are changing as things, as you know, models can change within 10 days. So I just always want to give everybody that heads up, because you just never know with things. So let's take a look at pivotal weather, and I'll show you kind of some of the things that I've noticed with all of this. Let me get logged in here real quick. And you can see on the forecast loop, when I looked at the CONUS today, looking at that, let me go to composite here and show you that. Oops, let me close in too. Let's get it closed off to local so we can see Colorado a little bit better. There we go. Okay, so you can see here as the storms develop, it's 9:10. We're at 11 o'clock hour right now. You can see storms are kind of starting to fire already in the mountains there. And then by 12, they're getting a little bit more significant. And then 1 o'clock, this is kind of the area we're talking about sitting at later on today, kind of by that Briggsdale area, and see what happens from there. But you can see some of those storms. There's one coming in out of the north, coming south, southeast. Boy, I've never been a fan of south movers, and if they do what they're supposed to, looking at this one, this is more of a south mover, and we'll see what happens uh, for later on this evening. And then overnight tonight, look at this. Some of these storms are going to fire off after 2 a.m. To be honest with you, there's another chance. Look at this. This is 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. Storms are firing off again. Look at this, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. These could be hail producers tonight, overnight. So, oh, I don't know what just happened there. Okay, not sure what's going on. Anyway, some hail producers overnight tonight. There's going to be some upslope coming in uh, from the easterly winds, and that could create some upslope, and we could see storms. So remember, a couple weeks ago, we had those overnight storms that caused those hails and hail events in some of those towns, like Milliken and places. That is possible tonight, overnight, overnight for northeastern Colorado. So we're going to see, we're going to keep an eye on that. We'll try to keep you posted overnight as well as things. This is a different model. This is the HER, and you can see the HER here showing those storms over by Fort Collins coming in southeast and digging southeast. So we'll see the direction of movements. Again, these are only models. That doesn't mean they're going to be specific. Locations can change so much, and I always tell people that just to be safe, because you don't know. Just because you see that model doesn't mean that that it goes over that area and you're going, oh, okay, it's going to miss us. No, that may not. It just depends where it's going to go. Let's go to this model here. This is the wrap. You can see here 1400, 1500 Zulu. Keep going. We're going to get to about 20 Zulu, and you'll see things kind of start changing. Here we go. 21, 22. And you can see some of those storms are firing off again. And again, these models are going, yeah, might not be as bad. And this is overnight now as you're looking at. This is 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I think it stops at 1 a.m. for the wrap. So again, it's kind of all over the place. Some models agree, some don't. So there's like a big disagreement all over the place. So it's all over these models. So best thing I can tell you is definitely let's go back to forecast first, then I'll give you my best thing I can tell you. So let's pick a town today. Let's pick a town. So let's go to Greeley. Let's go to Greeley today. Okay, we're going to pick Greeley today. 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Okay, that'll be wind gusting as high as 22. It's currently 80 degrees, humidity 44. But that dew point is at 56 today, which is really good. And you have easterly winds coming in at 15 miles an hour. So that obviously is going to help everything get put together for another round of wonderful thunderstorms here in northeastern Colorado. You can see even the visible satellite has some things popping up right now as well. Just a few storms right here along the Front Range going off, so we'll see what happens from there. I do think though, is there going to be a severe thunderstorm watch? I think possibility. I really do. There were even a couple of little small landspouts yesterday in Colorado. Just Colorado has its own little magic and its topography that causes all this to go. So it just depends where you live and what you catch. So as you can see here, strong to severe storms expected again along the corridor. Damaging winds and hail are the primary threats. Okay, and then look, even overnight, 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. chance for storms to become severe tonight. So I'm telling you, just keep that in mind uh, for the overnight hours. So I know you're in bed, you like to have those windows open at night. Just be advised you could get some rough weather coming in as you are sleeping overnight. So that being said, that's the best thing I can give you for weather. I think Logan County, you've kind of been added into it later on this afternoon. So I saw North Sterling in there. Hi there, how are you all doing? I do think today there's going to be a shot of some severe weather out by North Sterling. We'll see. Josh, welcome on, buddy. I did see the tornadoes in South Dakota, and they were crazy. I wish that we were chasing up there. That would have been really cool to be doing to get up there to do that one. So we will be out chasing today, definitely. Um, we're going to start probably in folks in Briggsdale is where we're going to be at today. So if you live up by Briggsdale area, out on Highway 14, that's kind of our starting point today. That doesn't mean that you're going to get it, Briggsdale, not at all. It just means that that's where we're starting to go. We're talking about even possibly focusing down on along the Highway 36, uh, Highway 63 area there, Linden, in the area of Linden and east of Last Chance. So we're talking those places as well. So those could be that. Yeah, there was a lot of damage too, Josh. I'm just finishing up your comment. Yeah, took some homes. I saw that on some of those wild videos. So you're welcome, Janelle and Weldona. I think Morgan County's kind of in play today too, for those round of storms. I think overnight tonight, most of the storms are going to be focused. The severe storms that could blow up tonight overnight could be kind of in the eastern, really far northeastern corner here. I'm talking Morgan, Weld, Eastern Weld, um, Washington, Logan, Cedric Phillips. Overnight, you could have a chance for those hail producing storms overnight tonight as well. So you could see two rounds tonight. So two. So be prepared for that if you are traveling today. Yuma, yeah, I see that as well. Yuma was kind of a target zone for us today too. We've kind of been contemplating on that one, Yuma, Washington County line, when we were discussing that earlier today. So that is one of the hot spots we feel today. There's a lot of parameters set up for Yuma today to happen there as well. So again, though, it's all got to come in place for it to happen in Yuma. So the severe threat does show a lot better in the Yuma area for today. I hope I'm answering some of your questions as we're going through. I'll take any more questions that you have. Again, thank our wonderful sponsors as they stream through the page. They're awesome. They are the best. Without them, we could not do what we do. So they are an amazing group of sponsors that help us out to make us have such a successful program. So anything else? Anybody else? You're welcome to ask any questions. Thanks for stars, anything that you've done for us in this last month. It has been so great to have from everybody. Um, we had one of our best months ever as a storm chasing team ever. And I'm so proud of all the guys and all the hard work that they've put into this. They have done such a fantastic job to make us so successful. So a big shout out to all the crew that's on board with us as well. Austin's back in town today. Austin Gordon, he's one of our newer guys that are on. As you know, he's kind of been the bad luck run, the black cloud of the team there, creating that havoc for us. So he'll be back today. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of severe weather thanks to Austin G. So we'll blame him as usual. So and probably Adam too. I'm sure Adam because he gets the real new guy blamed for us as well. So I think that's it. Unless anybody has anything else or any questions, I'll take a few questions here. Hi Lisa, how are you? Good morning. Yeah, Austin G. I'm sorry I had to blame you, brother, but I had no choice but to blame you. So good morning, Debbie. Welcome aboard. Getting ready to go out. We'll probably leave here around 12:30, 1 o'clock from Brush and get on the road and start heading northwesterly. Again, target area probably going to be in Briggsdale. So thank you so much, Jeremy. Appreciate it. Yes. Um, Thank you. Appreciate you watching us from Lamar. We haven't had a chance to get down there, but once this year, I think once or twice that we've been down in that southern part. So we sure enjoy chasing down there. It's beautiful country down there. It's so wide open when you do that. So, and the last time we were there, we stopped at a restaurant in Holly, and it was pretty good. So not Holly. Or was it Holly? Yeah, it wasn't Holly. We stopped at a restaurant down there, so it was always good. So. Oh, thank you so much, Debbie. Very kind of you to say that. So I don't know if you saw my nice shirt I'm wearing. I got my lucky shirt. So maybe, just maybe we'll get a little something, even whether it's a little tornado, a little noodle style, that's okay for us. We're always into that. So Fort Lupton, I think Weld County is going to be in play later on, probably between 2 and 5 o'clock today is when you're going to see your storms. I think the farther east we go, just a little bit later, I think Yuma, Washco around 5 to 7. So yeah, so I think we'll be there. So got a YouTuber on there, so I'm not sure what they're talking about. So, but yeah, anything else? I will take a few more questions. Yeah, we're live on Facebook and YouTube today. So when I'm on this stream here from Streamlabs, it's so much easier. I just got to sit down and take the time to get it linked up all as one. So when we're traveling, we're using both of them. I think with my new phone, I might be able to do both, but it's so hard to read the comments on those ones because the font on them are super small. So yeah, there's a good restaurant on the west side of Holly there that we stopped in, and it was really really nice. And I cannot remember the name of it, but it was great. It was literally almost on the way out of town there, and I loved eating there in Holly, so it was pretty cool. So I got to tell you, Jeremy, a little story about Lamar. My first damage to one of my vehicles actually came from a tornado down in Lamar. Believe it or not, we were racing in the 90s there in the late 90s, and we had fire racing down there in Lamar. They had the state fire call it, or convention they called it down there. And we were racing and doing everything great. We were leaving Lamar that day because that was the last day of the tournament, and we were all done wrapping up heading home. And there was a tornado that touched down in Lamar that day, and it blew our windshield out. Not our windshield, one of our little corner windows of our back of our Ford Taurus that we had back then. So it was kind of crazy. So um, Lamar has a little bit of history there for me as well. So is it going to be bad in Fort Lupton? I think there's a possibility of hail today, to be honest with you, Lisa. But I don't think a tornado threat is very big today. I mean, if there's going to be a tornado, maybe a small landspout, very small chance of that I'm not too worried about, to be honest with you. Nothing like the Dakotas have gone through. But I do think there is a hail producing chance of storms today. So definitely, I don't think tonight you have as big of a chance between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. Overnight tonight. There's going to be another round of storms that could fire off, but I don't want to say you're completely out of the woods. I mean, there's always that little possibility because that's what happened last time when things went down in Milliken really bad and they had that big overnight hail. So definitely. So yeah, yeah, Jeremy, that was one of the most impressive little tornadoes that I've ever gone through. That was in the town of Lamar. So Santa Fe Trail House is Santa Fe Trail House is what Austin is saying. That's what it's called. So he's right behind me, snooping our conversation, Jeremy. So, all right. Anything else? Any other questions for us? Again, thanks to our sponsors. Fantastic. It's funny because when I stop and I look at the sponsors on the screen, it suddenly shuts off. Maybe it's a visual thing. I don't know. But they stream across great until I take a glance at them, and all of a sudden they just shut off. So anything else? Good. Hope I answered all the questions. Again, you guys don't know how much we appreciate our sponsors. They are absolutely amazing. And yeah, without them, we wouldn't be where we are. So, and again, you can subscribe to us, likes, follows. I will tell everybody hi. Austin's right behind me, Debbie. So, but yeah, 4th of July weekend, like I said, could be a little bit rainy. So be prepared for that. Have secondary plans ready to go. So, Jeremy said we had a tornado in Lamar a couple years ago, and all those creepy instant tornado sirens blaring here. It was a scary moment a couple years ago. Yeah. Oh yeah. And believe it or not, a lot of towns are going away from sirens, and I'm a proponent of. There's a fly in here. I'm a proponent of sirens. I think they should be still used for weather like this. Some people disagree and don't like them, but I do think that they do make a difference because a lot of people. I know they're saying everyone has cell phones, but not everybody knows how to use them as good as we think, and we kind of take that for granted. And we can't just leave our elderly and stuff out of play like that. They're used to stuff like that, so that's why I think we're good with having them currently. Some towns still use the sirens here in Northeast Colorado for fires. I know Akron does. When they have a medical call or a fire call, they still go out and they use their siren for the community. So everybody knows that they're going to be out and about on call. So, all right. I think that's it. Not a lot of other questions. So, again, our sponsors will be streaming across the stream here once I break, and they'll be on the stream end. So stay behind. Um, and look at them as they go through the page. Support them. Tell them that you got our information from Big Dog Northeast Colorado Storm Chasers because that's huge. That gets us extra from them because it's so great to have them on board and they know that we care about it. Especially Cooper Construction, who's popping up right now. Kopiamaro 970-980-4803. He's amazing. You've got Brandon Geist from RemPro 970-768-4206. Yes, flies are horrible. And we also have Pro Roofing America, Nick Jimenez 970-467-1716. Nick Jimenez 970-467-1716. And then we also have Peaceful Coexistence Ltd.com. Peaceful Coexistence Ltd.com. You're absolutely welcome. People are saying thank you. I appreciate it. And finally, we have Savano from Powerhouse Roofing and Exteriors 970-324-7561. Give them a call and support them all. All right. With that being said, that's it. I'm calling it a day. We'll see you later on, hopefully. Don't know when we're going to go live, but we will be live later on. We're going to be leaving here around 12:30, 1 o'clock, but that doesn't mean we're going to be live. We got to get closer and get you in a better view so things will come in place. So that's it. Take care. Be careful, stay safe, and have backup plans, especially today because severe weather chances are a little bit higher. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Talk to you later.